My sister secretly live-streamed our family dinner. In the video, my dad joked about my useless degree while everyone laughed. I've been covering his bills for years, even while struggling myself. So I finally cut him off, and now he's furious. I, 32M, just watched a video of my own family mocking me, and I don't think I can ever look at them the same way again. It was my sister who sent it, probably as a joke, but it felt like a dagger to the heart. The video was a live stream of our family dinner from last Sunday. I wasn't there because I was working, as I often am. My sister, a budding influencer, had set up her phone to capture the hilarious family banter. And there it was, my dad, holding court at the head of the table. He was telling a story, and then he segued into a bit about his children. He praised my brother for his sensible career in finance and my sister for her gumption in trying to make it online. Then he got to me. He said he was proud of me too, in his own way, but he just wished I'd done something useful with my life. He joked about my useless degree in history and how I was probably off digging up old bones somewhere while he was footing the bill for his own retirement. Everyone laughed. My mother, my brother, his wife, even my sister behind the camera. It was a real hoot for them. What they don't know, or maybe they just conveniently forget, is that I've been covering my dad's bills for the past 5 years. Not just a few here and there. I'm talking about his mortgage, his car payments, his credit card debt. I started helping out when his business went under. He was too proud to ask for help from anyone else, but he had no problem taking it from his disappointing son. I was fresh out of college, struggling to make ends meet with a low-paying museum job, but I did it. I took on extra shifts, ate ramen noodles for dinner, and put every spare penny I had toward keeping a roof over his head. I never said a word about it to anyone, not even my siblings. I didn't want to embarrass him. I just figured it was what a son was supposed to do. But watching that video, something inside me snapped. The laughter, the casual cruelty of it all, it was too much. I thought about all the sacrifices I'd made, the vacations I couldn't afford, the relationships that fell apart because I was always working, the dreams I'd put on hold. And for what? To be the butt of a joke at a family dinner I wasn't even invited to? I felt a cold, hard knot of anger form in my stomach. It wasn't just about the money anymore. It was about the complete and utter lack of respect. They saw me as a failure, a joke. Well, the joke's on them. I spent the rest of the night canceling every automatic payment I had set up for my dad. The mortgage, the car, the credit cards, all of it. I even canceled his premium cable package. Let's see how funny they find it when the repo man comes knocking. Update 1. It's been a week since I cut my dad off, and the fallout has been biblical. The first call came on Tuesday. It was my dad, his voice a low growl. He didn't even say hello, just demanded to know why his credit card had been declined at the grocery store. I told him, very calmly, that I was no longer paying his bills. There was a long silence on the other end of the line, and then the screaming started. He called me ungrateful, selfish, a terrible son. He said he'd given me everything, that I owed him. I reminded him that he was the one who had mocked me for my useless degree, and that he seemed to be doing just fine without my help. He hung up on me. The next call was from my mother. She was crying, begging me to reconsider. She told me my father was a proud man, that he didn't mean what he said. She said he was just joking, that it was his way of showing affection. I asked her if she thought it was funny when he made fun of me. She didn't have an answer for that. She just kept repeating that I was tearing the family apart. I told her that the family was already broken, that I was just the first one to admit it. Then came the text from my siblings. My brother, Mr. Sensible, sent me a long, condescending message about how I was being childish and immature. He said I was throwing a tantrum because my feelings got hurt. He offered to mediate a conversation between me and my dad, as if I were a toddler who needed a timeout. My sister, the influencer, was even worse. She accused me of trying to ruin her brand by causing drama. She said her followers were asking questions about why she hadn't posted any new family content. She actually had the audacity to ask me if I could at least pretend to make up with my dad for the sake of her online image. I blocked all of them. My phone has been buzzing nonstop with calls from unknown numbers, which I assume are my relatives trying to get through to me. I've been staying at a friend's house, just to get some peace and quiet. I feel a strange sense of calm amidst all the chaos. For the first time in my life, I'm putting myself first. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I know one thing for sure. I'm done being the family doormat. Update 2. It's been a month now, and things have escalated in ways I never could have imagined. My dad, apparently, has been telling everyone who will listen that I've stolen his life savings and left him destitute. He's been playing the victim, painting me as a monster who has abandoned his poor, helpless father. He even went to the local news with his story, and they ran a segment on the heartless son who built his own dad. I saw it online. There was my father, his face all crumpled up in a mask of synthetic grief, talking about how he'd worked his fingers to the bone to provide for his family, only to be betrayed by his own flesh and blood. My mother was right there beside him, nodding along and dabbing at her dry eyes with a tissue. The story went viral, of course. My sister, ever the opportunist, has been milking it for all it's worth. She's been doing interviews, posting tearful vlogs about her broken family, and has even started a GoFundMe page to help her parents get back on their feet. The page is full of comments from strangers calling me every name in the book. They don't know the whole story, of course. They don't know about the years of financial support, the constant belittling, the soul-crushing disrespect. They just see the narrative that my family has so carefully crafted, the long-suffering parents and their villainous son. I've had to change my phone number and delete all my social media accounts. I've even been getting death threats. It's been a living nightmare. But I refuse to back down. I know the truth, and that's all that matters. I've been talking to a lawyer, and we're exploring my options. I have years of bank statements and emails that prove I was supporting my father. I never wanted it to come to this, but they've left me no choice. I'm not going to let them destroy my life without a fight. Update 3. The last few weeks have been a blur of legal meetings, depositions, and sleepless nights. My lawyer advised me to countersue for defamation and to release all the evidence I had to the public. It was a terrifying prospect, but I knew it was the only way to clear my name. So we did it. We sent a press release to all the major news outlets, complete with bank statements, emails, and even a link to my sister's infamous live stream. The public reaction was immediate and overwhelming. The tide of opinion turned so fast it was dizzying. The same people who had been calling me a monster were now calling for my family's heads. My sister's GoFundMe page was shut down, and she lost thousands of followers overnight. The news station that had run the original story had to issue a public apology and retraction. My dad, who had been so smug and self-righteous, was suddenly nowhere to be found. He's been holed up in his house, refusing to talk to anyone. My brother, surprisingly, was the first one to reach out. He sent me a long, rambling email, full of excuses and half-hearted apologies. He said he never knew the full extent of my financial support, that he was just trying to keep the peace. He asked if we could talk, if we could find a way to move forward. I haven't responded yet. I'm not sure if I ever will. As for my dad, I haven't heard a word from him. My mom called me once, sobbing, and told me that he was a broken man, that I had destroyed him. I told her that he had destroyed himself, that he was just reaping what he had sown. I don't know if our family will ever recover from this, or if I even want it to. I've been so focused on the fight that I haven't had much time to think about what comes next. But for the first time in a long time, I feel a sense of hope. I feel like I can finally start living my own life on my own terms. And that, more than any revenge, is the sweetest victory of all.